It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Jameis Winston. He was terrific a week ago, well over 400 yards passing. It's the Chiefs and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visit, the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. They'll look to throw, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Derek Brooks in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And Sanders now to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Winston. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the other direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Jameis now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Now Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Janikowski adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
3rd and 2. Now back to throw. That is caught, and he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Ford, 79 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come on.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Play action now. Winston. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Back to throw here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On second down, it's Tomlinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. On now the Miami field goal unit. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He finds his man complete. That's Clayton. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Sanders. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. They run the counter with Cook. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing. Winston. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's complete to Fuller. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Completes it to Benjamin. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Winston. Benjamin with it over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Cook is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Cook.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to LaDainian up the gut.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. From the 41, here's second down and 8.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They run it with James. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Loose inside the 30.
And he gets this one down to the 24. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and 4.
up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Denzel Berryman.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. To throw is Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jalen Ferguson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 41. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
110 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down.
They run the counter. Done. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll try the middle with Cook. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Cook again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.